Alright, guys, this is Booksin. As you guys know, I like to write, and I want to be a mystery writer, so here's an excerpt from my novel called Silenced in Death. Okay, here goes. Friday, September 7th, 2007. I got to the basketball court late, not knowing that my cousin was standing accused of a murder. The court was located on Hopkins Street, right where he lived. As I drove closer to the court, I saw a swarm of policemen and the afro that Caleb Stone was famous for. I could spot that black nimbus cloud on his head from an airplane. I drove past the empty court where all his boys were supposed to be and possibly Nina Evers, and to the apartment complex where he lived. It was a desirable residence populated by a heterogeneous mixture of ethnicities, but predominantly blacks. Coming closer, I saw Caleb had his hands behind his back and a noticeable red stain on his shirt. Rocket science didn't have to tell me that the stain was blood. Oh, damn, I said to myself out loud, keeping my eyes on both the road ahead of me and the spectacle that was unfolding. I parked my white 1994 Mazda Miata across the street, which was perfectly legal, by the way. But hell, times are drastic. In any event, I saw a swarm of people crowding around the building as Caleb stood arrested for an apparently violent crime. No, not my cousin. It couldn't be. I hopped out of the car and jogged across the street, flashing my PI license to any policeman who would be rude and tell me to get back. Not that my badge would give me access anywhere. PIs had about as much right to a crime scene as a civilian. Getting closer, I pushed my way through, calling Caleb's name, waiting for a response, which was pretty stupid considering the kid's a mute, born without the ability of speaking, and would remain that way for life. I reached him and saw a chalk outline of where a woman's dead body used to be on the ground just inches away from his feet. Blood stained the asphalt. There was enough of it to fill a milk jug. It was my first case and an unconventional one at best. I'm a private investigator and I work for the Eastport Police Department, and I'm allowed to do so much because I'm still a minor. Yup, that's right. Age 17, the youngest PI in New Jersey history. Anyways, I looked at Caleb, who stared back at me with that tragic, "You gotta help me, man, look." Of course I'd help him, but first I'd find out what the hell was going on. Hey, what happened? I approached the cop who had Caleb in the handcuffs. "This punk's under arrest for murder," he answered. "Murdering who? He didn't murder anyone." I begged to differ. "This kid just smoked a woman walking down the street. We found the weapon in his pocket and, surprise, his fingerprints are on it." Leaving me speechless and confused, the policeman ushered Caleb into a police cruiser while his mother, my Aunt Bernadette, was bawling hysterically. "He ain't did nothing," she cried, her speech heavily impaired by her crying. I had the same feelings, but the evidence they had against him was damn convincing and most likely enough to put Caleb in jail for life. Caleb Stone? A killer? That's so much a bull. There ain't no way he'd kill anybody, and plus, he's a martial artist. What the hell would he need a gun for anyway? I walked over to the front stoop, pushing past a multi-tattooed Hispanic kid about a year or two older than me. There I grabbed my Aunt Bernadette and embraced her just as tightly as my mother did me 6 years ago when I found out my father was murdered. "It's gonna be alright," I told her. "We're gonna sort this all out." His father, my Uncle Clyde, hadn't gotten home yet, but would be home within an hour. The news would hit him like a swift uppercut. And that's it for now. I'm in the process of writing it. I'm on chapter 9. That was just a prologue. So, hope you guys like it. Alright, bye.